to the Breakthrough Show. It's Shirley and Jessica. Yes, we love y'all.
Start your day the joyful way. It's your weekday morning talk show inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes. And now here's your host, the queen of joy herself, Jessica Dugas. Good Thursday morning, everybody. I am so happy to be with you today. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and you are watching/listening to Project Joy Live. Please don't watch if you're driving to work or bringing the kids to school or whatever. Please just listen. Don't watch. Watch the road, boys and girls. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here today, though. Whether you're live or on the replay, whether you're listening or watching, I'm glad that you're here. It is Thursday, September 8th, 2022. It's getting a little chilly here in Mystic, Connecticut. Loving it. Fabulous. It's not going to get over high 70s this week. Thank God, because like I said, we go into September and I'm starting to feel those fall vibes. I don't want it to be over 80 degrees and can't breathe and we're dying outside. It's just not fun in September. Listen, we have some national days to talk about today. We also have birthdays, of course, to do at the end if technology cooperates. Yesterday, the Breakthrough Show Network as a whole was too powerful for the interwebs. My show right at the end, right as I was doing the last ad spot for the show, and then we were going to go do birthdays, the whole damn thing just shut down and then shut my computer down with it. Hello. And then last night, the Jacksons had their 1-year anniversary episode of Divine DNA. And their stream shut down too. So I'm literally like, we just keep breaking it today is what's happening. Too powerful for the interwebs. So we're going to hope. I need everybody. Well, maybe don't send vibes. Maybe that's the problem. I'm going to ask you to send the good vibes that the technology is working okay. Because, but then the other half of me is like, should we send vibes at all? Maybe it's the vibes that are breaking things. I don't know. Either way, it's a vibe here on Project Joy Live, and clearly was a vibe on Divine DNA last night as well. We're going to be talking about that in just a minute. The center of our show today, we're going to be talking about who is stealing our joy. Who is stealing it? We're going to find out here coming up in a little bit as well. If you'd like to participate in the conversation, you're always welcome to go to projectjoypodcast.com and click the join live button. Come on, share a moment of joy and chime in on our hot topic today. Who is it that's stealing my joy? You may or may not be surprised by my answer and the discussion we have, but we'll do that coming up here in a few minutes. Let me head over and see who's joining us this morning. Miss Brittany, front and center today. Happy Thursday, Miss Brittany. It's good to see you. And good morning and happy Friday Eve. Absolutely. The power of daddy's over there. Also, that's Angelique over there on Power of Daddy. But we also have Donnell happening over here. And now it's not letting me click these. It's taking, this thing better behave itself today. I'm going to tell you what. Good morning, Donnell. Donnell, control yourself. Okay. We don't need you tearing everything down again. We don't, no, we can't. I'm just going to keep putting the, too powerful is what it is. The power is, I got the power. Yes. We gotta watch now. We gotta watch what's happening. Okay, so let's talk about our National Day today. Sending love to our pediatric hematology and oncology nurses today, as it is National Pediatric Hematology Oncology Nurses Day. Thank you for the work that you do and taking care of our babies. Also, it is apparently National School Picture Day, the second Thursday in September. National School Picture Day. Now, I look back at some of my school pictures, and we had a very stereotypical
back in the 80s and 90s, there were certain backgrounds that everyone had. Okay. I'm going to try to think of what emojis there are that I can have you guys put. If you had the forest background at one time with all of the trees, put a tree in the comments. If you were back in school, 80s and 90s, and you had the forest background on any of your school pictures, put a tree in the comments. If you had the lasers background with the laser, all the different color lasers, put a light bulb in the comments. Okay. So if you had the forest background, put a tree. If you had the laser background, put a light bulb. And if you had one of those photos where you're facing the camera, but then they put your head facing this way up in the corner, so now that you've got two of you in the shot, you've got you facing forward, and then another little like side view of your profile view up here in the corner. I want you to put a face emoji. There's like that profile emoji. Put that down in the comments. So if you ever had the forest background, put a tree. If you ever had the laser background, put a light bulb. And if you ever had the extra profile background, put like a profile, like a some kind of face emoji. Okay. Um, it's interesting to me to look back on some of those pictures. Listen, okay, we had the forest and the light bulb going on over here. The forest and the light bulb. Let me know as time goes on. I know there's always a delay, so I'll give you guys a minute. But did anybody actually like picture day back when you were in school? I kind of dug it because look, we put our nice clothes on, and we did our hair, but it always cracked me up how we'd get the certain years, we'd get those certain school photographers that suddenly that like they're living their best lives because now they want to be beauticians. Okay. And they have their little comb, and they come and they're like, they want to fix you before. And like my mom did that before I left the house. Thank you so much. But they're living their best lives. They want to be beauticians now is what they want to do. Angelique had that stereotypical that profile one up in the corner as well. Good morning, Mandy. Good to see you. We're talking about school picture day today. Love taking pictures and still do. I enjoy it. Look, but I'm glad that school picture day was always orchestrated the way it was, because I'm not a fan of like um when people just take your picture without like giving you a minute to like get your best angle going on, maybe slap on a little lip gloss or something like that. But I remember those photographers that we had that they suddenly could be the beauticians they always wanted to be. They wanted to fix you before you had your thing. But you guys know the show or the movie 13 Going on 30 with Jennifer Garner. One of my literal favorite movies. One of my favorite movies. But I love the scene where they're doing pictures and you have like the popular girl that was like, looked like she basically had glamour shots just done. And then, I never, thank God, had any pictures as bad as Jenna Rink did in that movie. But, then you'd have the ones that's like, how did that happen? How did your hair end up and, face going every which way? I don't understand how it happened. Don't understand. Yes, taking pictures is her pleasure. I love it. I love it. So happy National School Picture Day. And I hope you guys have good memories and not bad ones as we are thinking about School Picture Day back in the day. Those of us who were traumatized by that laser back. It's like we were living out some Star Wars fantasy with that laser background. Let me tell you something. It is also apparently World Ampersand Day. Do you guys know what the ampersand is? It is the fun and functional, curly and quirky little character. It is the and symbol. From jotting a shorthand and to branding corporate names, this curvy, strange character is useful. It's also quite aesthetic. If you go to amperart.com, you can apparently see the ampersand looking different ways, and oh, these are cool looking. I am here for this. You guys go to amperart.com. I'm going to put this down below for you guys so you can check it, go down a little rabbit hole for yourself later, okay? Um, I'm going to put it down below because this is really cool to see how the different and symbols, the ampersand looks. Very, very cool art. Love it. And so let me know, do you guys prefer to just write out and, or do you like to use a plus sign or the amp? Do you write the ampersand? Let me know. Um, Going back to school picture day, Brittany says, I just want to know why my mom did the hair the way that she did for all the school pics. All I can taste thinking about school pics is white rain hairspray. Um, oh my God. Aquanet. Okay. That's all I'm going to tell you. Aquanet is responsible for the issues with the ozone layer in the past. Yeah, I didn't need my I did it. Like I psh, 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 and then you know, you got the teasing comb going. How high can we get the bangs? Oh my God. I can't. I can't. It's Throwback Thursday, you guys. So it is. So it's World Ampersand Day. Love the little ampersand symbol. And I'm very excited. I have to tell you, I'm not going to tell you what it is because I'm so excited. Tomorrow is literally a national day of my dreams, and I am here for it. I'm so excited. I may have to make myself something in honor of it. I can't tell you, but it's going to be good. So you got to come tomorrow and hear about it. So that's what's going on in the national days. We're going to take a little quick, yes, the teased bang, like, 12 years later, you got a little, get the back combing going and then back to, girl, I don't even know. I don't even know. We're going to take a quick break, you guys, and be right back talking about the conversation of who is stealing my joy. Who is doing it? We're going to find out today. We'll be right back after this.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing. Healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Today is Thursday, September 8th, 2022. It's a beautiful day here in gorgeous Mystic, Connecticut. Let me know what the weather's like where you are. I didn't look it up this morning. I know, fail. I need to get back to doing the weather. I need a green screen is what it is. I saw the Jackson's green screen yesterday. I need a green screen because I have to do the weather. Cold front coming. It's getting to that point where we're gonna have tornadoes, hurricanes, cold front. I need a green screen. It needs to happen. I'm very excited about that. All right. So listen, we're gonna have a conversation today because I feel like this week has kind of led up to this conversation that we're going to have today about who is stealing my joy. We talked about my Veruca Salt moment this last week, and me being very conscious of my behavior in the moment. And I think truly, however, we are more conscious of our feelings, our behavior, etc., than we give ourselves credit for. We want to be right as humans. If you guys caught, we talked a lot about that on My Way Tuesday when we had Nicole Magic on. Talked a lot about our ego as humans. We want to be right. We want to be. See, the cold front. Anyway, we talked a lot about that. Our ego that we have as humans. And look, guys, it's part of being human. There's nothing wrong with it. But we like to be right. We like to be the fixers. We like to make sure everything's good, but it can be hard for us in our wanting to be right to admit when we are conscious of the fact that we are being Veruca Salt in the moment. For anybody that's not getting that reference, it's the bratty girl from Willy Wonka. Okay. Don't care how, I want it now. So we are conscious. We are more conscious of those things than we give ourselves credit for. And so it can be really easy in our interactions with other people to go, well, I just can't believe that Donnell would come in and just steal my joy like that. You made me feel. How many of us have ever said, and I'm not saying you say it now, so if you are reformed, good for you. But how many of you have ever at any time said the phrase something to the effect of, when you made me feel? When you said XYZ, you made me feel blank. How many of us, raise of hands, have ever said that at any point in our lives? You made me feel, okay? Or that makes me feel. The only person that makes you feel any kind of way is you. And for anybody that's feeling some kind of way about this and doesn't want to take the responsibility for it, I'm gonna add a little caveat to this coming up, okay? Yes, I catch myself now, and sometimes I'll still go to say it now, and then I'll be like, wait. No, you don't make me feel. I'm choosing to be a brat right now because I'm allowing myself to feel a certain kind of way. Okay. I think most of us can relate to having said that at least one time in our lives. You made me feel, that makes me feel. And the truth of it is that the only ones that can make us feel a certain kind of way is us. Okay. We have control over that. Now, a lot of times we'll say, I didn't realize. We say we don't realize until later, but I think we really do know more in any given moment than we give ourselves credit for. Like I said the other day when I was acting some kind of way, I knew how I was being, and I was very conscious of it. And it's a good thing to be able to be conscious of it, because then you get to choose. Then you get to go, do I want to continue this behavior, or do I want to just stop in my tracks? Yeah, I'll go and say it and then be like, wait, I feel this kind of way. And sometimes there's a challenge with that too, Brittany. And like when we're dealing with other people, because folks are so used to us saying, you made me feel, that even when we say, I feel, they take it to heart. They take it into, they internalize it, and they go, oh, like, and they start to feel guilt, feel frustrated, start to feel angry, and going, well, I didn't say you did. I said I feel. But they're internalizing it like that because we're so used to passing the buck when it comes to our feelings, right? So it can be really challenging as we're interacting with other people to have people, have one party or the other not take offense and not pass the buck. Everybody in a conversation being responsible for their own feelings. What a concept. But it's a challenging thing to do, especially when the emotions are running really high, especially when it's something that we are taking offense to, that we are sensitive about. That goes back to our conversation that we've had this week as well, about just simply being respectful. So if you know something's a trigger for a loved one, if you know something is going to upset someone in your life, um, it's if you love that person, it's respectful to kind of, I'm not telling you to walk on eggshells. I'm telling you it's respectful to go, if I know something pisses Brittany off, I'm not going to do it because I care about her. It's a respect thing, right? Angelique said, definitely used to say, you made me feel. Yeah. I mean, and I think really it's a moment to moment choice. There are moments when that emotion just piles up so high, and I'm sitting here going, I wouldn't make myself feel this way. It all makes me feel this way. So I want to add the kind of caveat to this a little bit, because it's also really easy, and this is one thing that has kind of irked me in the, oh Jesus, here we go. Uh, it's kind of irked me in the personal and spiritual development world just a little bit, because in this effort as humans to want to be right and be all in our ego like we are, and look, y'all can fight me about this, but we are in our ego as much as we say we're not. Ego is there to protect you. It can be a good thing. I don't like this idea of everyone is in control of their own feelings. The only one who can make you feel a certain way is you. An excuse for bad behavior. An excuse to be disrespectful. An excuse to say certain things because, well, how they feel is on them and I just need to be myself. That gets me a little fired up. Because again, going back to the respect thing, if those things are being done intentionally, you are now creating a little spark that helps the person start to feel the things that they're feeling. Again, it is not a person's fault, but being an instigator in the moment, I think is not helping the situation. One of the things that I really am trying to work on with myself, and this is a very personal thing for me, is not being that that little dig in there that could start a person down that track. Again, their feelings are their own, but I don't want to be the instigator of it. I don't want to be the fire starter. I don't want to look at the situation, again, even knowing that their feelings are their own. I don't want to ever look back and go, if I'd have just been a little more gentle in that situation, I feel like I could have helped in some way to make the situation a little more soft, to not have had to go where it went. So then tying into the conversation that we had yesterday about play and being childlike and having fun and all of that, we talked about appropriateness, right, of different things as well. That was a big part of the conversation yesterday. And I think sometimes we feel like a situation might steal our joy, that our adulthood might steal our joy. But again, that it goes back to us having that choice, whether we're going to be joyful or not. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this, how you feel about that, using everybody's feelings are their own as an excuse for bad behavior, if you guys have witnessed that as well. Because it's something that I've taken, like, it's been challenging for me because I've watched it happen so much, of someone knowing how they're behaving, and then it's kind of like when you when you when somebody's real mad and you tell them to calm down. Ladies, we know that doesn't work. We know that doesn't work, ladies. Okay. When mama is fired up, saying calm down in the middle of that is not going to help her calm down. I'm just trying to say. Um, it's kind of like that moment. So when you're doing something intentionally that is rude, disrespectful, just ugly behavior in some kind of way, and then you're following it up with, well, you feel your feelings are your own, I didn't make you feel that. It's kind of like saying calm down. It's kind of like saying calm down, okay? Because doesn't make, again, it is our choice to get upset about stuff like that, but it doesn't help, is my point. And so in addition to that, resting in that, knowing that our feelings are our own, and other people's feelings are their own, I don't want to be the fire starter behind that. I don't want to be the I don't want to make a I don't want to help the situation. Okay. And so that's kind of where I'm at in my own journey with that right now. Because I know how I can be, again, going back to that conscious nature of how we're behaving in the moment. Saying calm down is like saying rev up more. Absolutely. Um, it's interesting because I have shared before that I feel like one of the reasons I'm on this planet is I have a beautiful ability. I'll toot my own horn for a minute, to present the other side of things. Now, in my mind, me presenting the other side of things doesn't mean I agree with the other side that I'm presenting, the other side that I'm sharing about. It just means that I have the ability to see the other side. I love that about myself because it enables me to, um, number one, understand people a little bit better, to have the ability to see where they might be coming from, which can diffuse a situation a little bit. Um, and it also gives me the ability to adjust my own viewpoints and stance if they don't align with where I'm at anymore, if that makes sense. Um, and so what I've learned, though, with this ability to present other viewpoints, or to say, look, you may not want to see this, but this other side says it's something that is challenging for a lot of people. It's something that you really have to tread lightly, especially if it's someone that you don't know, because the joy can be sucked out of the room real fast if a person is not open to seeing, hearing, viewing the other side of what you're talking about. And it can escalate a situation. So it can be that fuel to the fire. So when I talk about knowing how I am, that's what I mean, in that I often will say, you're saying that the situation is black and white. Here's 50 other things in between, but they're determined that if the situation is just black and white, period, and you can't tell them any different. And I did not feel out that situation before presenting the 50 shades of gray in between. Um, I don't want to be that fuel. So I'm really being more conscious of trying to feel out a situation, a relationship, a person, before I throw those little things in there like I do. And again, to me, it's an innocent thing. It's me in my head going, I just want people to see that this isn't this. We don't live in a world of black and white. We live in a rainbow world, and there's so many different colors and things and sides and perspectives to appreciate. But that's not something that everybody's, number one, willing to appreciate and or ready to see, especially when they're fired up about a certain situation. So in my life right now, I want to not be that fire starter. I want to not be, I don't want to add fuel to a fire that maybe is not necessary. So I think when we're talking about who steals your joy, I think the outright answer is you steal your own joy. And then I'd like to add to that by saying, however, we all, I feel, have the responsibility to, I'm going to take that word back. We all have the opportunity. For me, it's responsibility because I feel that, but I'm not putting that on you guys. I'm going to say opportunity. We all have the opportunity to create a softer world. We don't need to put a dig out there just because somebody else's joy is their responsibility. Somebody else's joy is their choice. I love the idea of kind of being our brother's keeper. I love the idea of being there for each other, being a tribe, being a community, um, and it being a softer feeling. And looking at a situation and going, okay, I'm feeling really triggered right now, but maybe they had my best interest at heart. Maybe I don't need to get up. Maybe this is not a big deal. And I don't need to allow it to steal my joy because there's no need for that. There's no need. Last week, I allowed something to steal my joy for a good 48 hours, if not more. And I would be lying if I said that the idea didn't still trigger me in some kind of way. And I think for me, it's because I desire that softer world so much, but I have to check myself and say, Jessica, if you want that softer world, if you want that world where we are our brother keeper, then allowing it to steal your joy as long as you did, allowing yourself to get all riled up about something that it's not like there's just no need. It adds to the issue. So I feel like it's so important for us to ask ourselves, number one, are we allowing other people to steal our joy, other situations, other circumstances? Are we allowing external forces to steal our joy? And then the second part is, what role do we have in the vibration of the space that we keep? Are we being that fire starter? Are we putting little digs out there that are not necessary? Again, everybody else's feelings are their own, their joy is their own. But could we create an environment that facilitates joy instead of making people work for it? You know what I mean? Like, could we make it easier on other people to experience joy? Again, it's up to them, but what does our role in that look like? Everybody has the ability, authority to do how they want. If you are just going to be you, you don't care how other people feel, you don't care that you're making it easy, then please just go forth and remember, number one, that your joy is your own and their joy is their own. But I think so many of us that want to see a softer world, we want to see a world of shiny, happy people. We want good relationships. We want that harmony that we talked about last Tuesday on My Way with Nicole Magic. We want that harmonious experience. I think it's important to ask ourselves that second question of what role are we playing in the energy of a space, in the energy of a relationship. And so I'm asking myself that often right now. And I think it's a great way to consciously but silently make the world a better place, is just choosing to be in that high vibe space. And that doesn't mean we have to be a doormat. It doesn't mean we have to put up with people's stuff, but choosing to be in that space of joy, and high vibe energy, and not allowing the BS to come in, I think is a great place to be. And ask yourself, what am I contributing to the energy that's around us right now? I love this, and I would love to hear you guys chime in on all of this today, because it's such a good topic for me, and I'm continuing. I will be very forthright in saying that I'm 100% a work in progress on this topic, because I know that internal I know that internal Veruca Salt can come out and stomp her feet and take the golden eggs and all of that. And we know what ends up, what happens with her. She falls down. She falls down into the thing. So I'm a work in progress on this, and I I just I'm excited about continuing to ask myself this question of how I'm contributing to the vibe in any given moment, and what does it look like to do that, be responsible for my own joy, and not be a doormat at the both same time. But I would love to hear from you on this topic, what you're feeling about this. You can comment below, live or on the replay. You could also go to email me, jessica@thebreakthroughshow.com. I would love to hear from you about this topic, because it's one that is front and center for me in my life right now. We're going to take a quick break, you guys, and we're going to be back to do birthdays. And I got to got to talk to you. Got to give some love to a couple of friends who had a wonderful anniversary show last night. And we'll be right back after this short break.
Imagine a world where every child gets a great education. Educating all children is the only way to end poverty. This is what the Weiss Scholarship Foundation is working to accomplish. Our 6 staff members, our mentors and coordinators, who are on the ground in Kenya, are totally engaged in every aspect of our students' lives, so we can give them every opportunity for success. In just a few short years, we have already awarded 141 scholarships. We send children to high school who would have never gone without our support. And then we help them go on to either university or vocational school. We have already scaled our holistic business model to 4 locations and are ready to scale it to many more. Today it's Kenya, but tomorrow it's more countries. Please contribute what you can today. You can make a one-time donation, a recurring donation, or choose to sponsor a child all on your own for all 4 years of high school for just $3,500. Go to our website, www.weissscholarshipfoundation.org.
Thanks for watching the Breakthrough Show Network. Today, we'd like to support our friend over at Nail Beauty by Brittany. Purchase your custom press-on Reiki-infused nails by visiting nailbeautybybrittany.com. Don't forget your discount by using the code BREAKTHROUGH. And now, back to the show.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. Today is a Thursday, September 8th, 2022. I put down in the comments for you guys a link to the Weiss Scholarship Foundation's virtual fundraiser coming up on September 20th. I believe it is at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern time on September 20th. I support the Weiss Scholarship Foundation with a small donation every single month, and I match it with the Breakthrough Show Fund. So when you support the Breakthrough Show Network, some of those funds go towards the Weiss Scholarship Foundation as well every single month. And I love the work that they are doing to eliminate poverty in this world through educating our children. So that's coming up. Also, don't forget to go to visit our friend Brittany over at nailbeautybybrittany.com. Use the code breakthrough, get yourself a discount, and get yourself some nails. I say this every time I play that commercial. I gotta fix my nails. When you play Brittany's commercial, you suddenly become very conscious of what your nails look like. Okay. So go to nailbeautybybrittany.com and use the code breakthrough and get yourself some beautiful nails. So let's talk about birthdays today. Yesterday, the show cut off before we could talk about birthdays. And today it's like the world is making up for that because there are so many birthdays today. Um, Listen, anybody a Stranger Things fan out there? Who's a Stranger Things fan? Let me know if you guys like that show. I'm not very far into it. Enjoyed a little bit that I saw. My kids are way into it. My teenagers love that show. But Gaten Matarazzo has a birthday today. And fun fact, he was actually born right across the river here in New London, Connecticut, which I didn't know until recently. So happy birthday, Gaten. Also, Avicii, the DJ that we lost in 2018, his birthday was today. Singer Pink's birthday is today. Who else do we have here? We have, let's see, Bernie Sanders, politician Bernie Sanders, has a birthday today as well. Excuse me. Let's see who else we have because I'm trying to get something ready here as well. We have David Arquette, actor David Arquette. Also, you guys remember Home Improvement from back in the day? Jonathan Taylor Thomas, birthday today. DJ Big Boy has a birthday today. Singer Patsy Cline has a birthday today. I love that song from Patsy Cline, Crazy. Love that song. So they have birthdays today. Also, one of my favorite songs on my playlist, Wiz Khalifa has a birthday today. Yeah. You know what it is. Like a little black and yellow here. I'm going to stop it before I get my stream pulled down. But Wiz Khalifa has a birthday today as well. Also, in the celebrities in my life, Aaron Toomey has a birthday today. Scott Bowman, Evie Matthews, some of these did not right. Carrie, Shauna Bentley, Katie, my Uncle Tony has a birthday today, and also Jessica Chavez that I went to school with has a birthday today as well. So happy birthday to everybody celebrating. Here we go. Let's get our birthday song on. Drum roll. I need to get my drum roll back up. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gaten Matarazzo, Avicii, Pink, Wiz Khalifa, Bernie Sanders, David Arquette, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Big Boy, Patsy Cline, Aaron Tomey, Scott, Evie, Carrie, Shauna, Katie, Uncle Tony, and Jessica Chavez. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to everybody celebrating and everybody who celebrated yesterday as well. I hate that the show cut off, before we could even sing, but it is what it is. We just broke the internet yesterday. Hopefully it'll behave today. We'll see how that goes. Yes. Happy happies. Okay. So, I want to talk about a couple of things really quickly while we still have a couple of minutes here. Divine DNA had their anniversary show last night. It was fantastic. 1 year, 2 days ago, actually, was the premiere of Divine DNA. If you guys haven't watched, the Jacksons are on every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time to talk about relationships from a very real perspective. They also have the Queen's Roundtable, the King's Court, the Royal Council. They have lots of different perspectives on the show, which is wonderful as well. And I was able to pop on for just a minute because I had to go out last night and express that I want to repeat myself because it is really important for me. They come on to do their show, but both Donnell and Angelique are so supportive to me behind the scenes, and help me keep the peace in my life where the shows are concerned, where the network is concerned. When things might be going crazy, they really help me out and are always willing to, like I said, black hoodies on, earrings off, um, to get ready to help me with whatever. And I just can't thank them enough for just the work that they're doing on the show. Always being ready to help, and understanding and trying to keep things going maybe when I can't. And I just really appreciate you guys so much. And you guys have a very bright future ahead of you with your show continuing. And I'm excited and honored to be a part of it. So happy 1 year anniversary to the Jacksons. Make sure you check them out every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, only on the Breakthrough Show Network. Also coming up this afternoon at 12 p.m. Eastern time, 11 a.m. Central time, we have another episode of Learning in Silence with Juju and Mandy. Make sure you check that out. They're live every second and fourth Thursday of the month. Again, that's 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central time. So what else is going on? We have another Project Joy tomorrow. Project Joy, and then in addition, there will be the replay of Dorothy Auger's episode from Belgium. You guys have heard the For Love poem that I've talked about so often on the show. She is the author of that poem, and if you haven't seen her episode of the Breakthrough Show, make sure you check that out tomorrow. That is our last replay episode. We're coming back with all new episodes next month. It was a little bit challenging to orchestrate and getting everybody in for their recordings for the Breakthrough Show, with the move and everything. So now we're back on a roll with that. So excited that all of that is going down. Let me scroll here and catch up with any comments. Yes, and I had to add too. I had to go back. I was so mad at myself. I clicked the button to go and I'm like, crap. Brittany and Queen Bee, that have been so supportive behind the scenes of the Divine DNA as well, and also popping on to help with my shows and everything else occasionally. I just appreciate you guys so much as well, because you were there from the beginning of their show too. So I really appreciate you guys as well. So don't forget, Learning in Silence is coming up today with Juju and Mandy at 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central time. We will be back tomorrow with Fun Friday on Project Joy. What kind of shenanigans will we get into? I don't know, but it's going to be fun regardless. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your Thursday. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
You've been tuned in to Project Joy Live with Jessica Dugas, your weekday morning talk show, inviting you to start your day with a triple shot of good vibes only on the Breakthrough Show Network. Binge all past episodes of Project Joy at projectjoypodcast.com. Until next time, help us spread the joy by sharing this episode, and we'll see you soon.